How the fuck are we, YouTube? It's been a minute. Back again. Quick side-by-side reviews now, hey? Now, you're probably not going to see me for another 6 months knowing me. What have I got to show you today? A dual coil RDA by Mike Vapes. The Recurve dual. Fucking excited about this one, guys. There's not really a lot to cover in the up and close. It's basically just a dual version of the original single. So if you guys remember the single Recurve, not too much to go over there, but I'll see you down below. So this is the packaging. Your Recurve dual is going to come in. Bit of branding there, Mike Vapes. I like that it's just a basic window. You can see straight through it. See what the product is. Very nice Recurve dual. A little bit on the back. Okay, apparently the Recurve RDA is a electronic cigarette. This here is an electronic cigarette. Well, I think that's packaged wrong, but oh well. Let's get this out. I have already opened this up just to take a look inside, see what we had. But I did place it back in for the purpose of this video. Your RDA is going to be sitting in there just like that. It's going to be a bit of a prick to get out, but yeah, that's her there. That's the Recurve dual. This is the gunmetal. Probably should have gone for the stainless. Probably would have been a better choice, but I did like the look of this, and I love the trip tip. Very nice trip tip. Look at that. Very nice. Yeah, sneak peek. I do already have the coils in there. So let's get the rest of this packaging out. As you see, these are the coils provided. 0.26 NI80. Like some, yeah, it's my favourite type of wire. So we'll give them a go, see how good they are. I'm gonna use their cotton as well, the slacker cotton. Why not? What else we get in the box? You get the original Recurve drip tip, same one that came on the single. This little jammy here, which I have adopted the profile tip for as well, as Mike did for the second rendition. You'll get your tools that nobody ever uses. Little pamphlet to show you how this jig works, and I think this thing's pretty cool. So I've already used this, as I told you. The coils I have pre-installed before this video, but yeah, 7mm, which is really handy. So you've got each one of these steps is 1mm, and then you got this one at the bottom that is 4. So you can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, or you go 4mm, 5, 6, 7. And you would cut it there, and that would be optimal, they say, for this RDA, 7mm. So that's where I've cut it, and I've installed them at that length. I do like this tool, very nice tool, but a bit of a different take on the coily tool. I quite like this one actually. And the rest of the box, you get your big pamphlet, of course. Just tells you a bit about. Holy crap! This is actually a pretty big one. All right, so yeah, look. We understand how to do all this, I'd imagine, guys. So let's go back down to the box here. Last thing is your squonk pin. As you can tell there, your squonk pin there. It's pre-installed with the studded 510 pin, a couple of spare O-rings, and some screws. Always good to see. I love these little baggies that Wotofo use. Big fan of those. Anyway, I'm going to show you the build that I've already put inside of this Recurve here. Very nice looking mod. Very nice looking dripper, sorry, I should say. We'll put on a mod, is what I meant. Just got the nunchaku here. Going to work out any hot spots. But there's the coils. So that's the placement. That's where they recommend. I mean, I don't disagree. That looks about right. If anything, I might even go a little bit higher. I'd probably clip them just a little bit less than that and just go that tad bit higher, but this is where they recommend. So it looks like I did already dry fire these, so my mistake, I forgot. As you can see, big juice well, big juice well. You've got plenty of room to tuck those wicks in. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. I know a lot of people were comparing sort of to the original Recurve. And then I never had an issue with the original Recurve. I thought it had plenty of room, but someone told me the other day there wasn't much wick room. Maybe not if you were one of those people that tried to put jewels in that single, but you got a jewel now, and there's plenty of room. Very nice. There's not really much to say. It really is just the original, but smaller. So if I take the original, which I do have here, it's yeah, dead eye, the bloody same. The only difference, obviously, being it's not fucking sandblasted. I can't stand that. And he got rid of the see on the original here. Got all the markings, the Wotofo and the mic vapes and all that on there. You don't have that anymore. And okay, maybe I get what people were saying. There wasn't a lot of room for wick. Okay, but I never had an issue, and yeah, this one's definitely not going to be any issue whatsoever. So yeah, that's about that. Looks very similar. There's not really much to say. I believe the screws are a lot beefier, and may even be slightly further in than the original. But other than that, guys, there's really not much to say. The cap, however, very different. You go over the cap, and looks absolutely nothing like the original. Oh, there's no curve. Where's the curve? What he's done is he's adopted the conversion caps that were made for these, the 22mm conversion. And as you can see, look how thick that was. That's a thick cap. Whether this, just a very thin one. It's save all that room that he had to, because this is effectively what, 20? It's a 20mm deck, the original, with a 24 on the outside. It's just sort of made it a bit more simple. It would have been way too big, I'd imagine, if he tried to make this curve just like that. It probably would have been like a 27 or 28mm RDA. And the holes, obviously, are bigger too, I believe. I don't have the tools I need to measure that, but I think they look bigger. They might not be. Oh, they might be the same size. Sorry for the reflection of that gold. They might be the same size. Nonetheless, it's a pretty nice looking dripper. I love how he's just gone with Recurve, very soft there, as opposed to the big crazy one that he did on the original. Yeah, there's not really much more to go over, guys. I'm just gonna throw some wick in this, I guess, and we'll go back on top. We'll vape on it, and we'll see how she goes. All right, see you up there. All right, back from the up and close, and yeah. So there wasn't much to go over, like I said. I'm not incredibly sure whether these holes are bigger or not. On a side-by-side comparison, they look fucking identical, so I'm not even sure if the holes did get bigger. But yeah, let's give you a vape anyway. On those coils that they provided, came in at a 0.12, and yeah, that wick, nice saturated there. I'm vaping some of Aussie's best, Loco E-Liquids Go Nuts, one of my favourite fucking drops. And the good thing about this RDA is if you're someone who likes to just dump liquid, like I do, just there, this is a great RDA for it. There is a slight whistle at the recommended cutting height, which I did. Yeah, is a little bit of whistle fully open. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's not overly loud, not overly loud at all. And the flavor's just as good as the single. Better than the single? Yes, I'd say this this definitely, if you were in the market for one of the Recurves, I believe this definitely gives off better flavour than the single, and I'm one of those few people that believe single coils better taste. But this one definitely gives off better flavour than the original, and I'm quite surprised by that. The wicking slots. Jesus Christ, can you fit a lot of wick in there? I've probably only got half the amount that I could fit in there. There is so much room for wick in this. The tensions are absolutely perfect. Spin, spin. It's beautiful. Beautiful tensions. So, yeah, can't complain. I even really like that he's taken the profile type drip tip. It's a little bit taller, I think, but the bore is definitely different. So it's a lot thinner of a bore. It's not as widened out as the profile is. It's quite skinny actually when you look at that bore. For an 810, it's yeah, which helps with the flavour as well. You know, it comes up a thinner channel. All in all, I'm extremely impressed. Wish I got the stainless and not the gunmetal, but hey, we all make mistakes. This is a grouse RDA. If you're in the mood for a jewel, or you like the original, by all means, definitely go out, pick this up for $35, $40 Australian. You're not really you're not busting your back pocket to pick one of these up, and it's a really good fucking RDA. I know me personally, I would have loved to see the curves in it. That's a personal con, but at the same point, I can't really throw it in there as a con because he would have had to make it like 27, 28 millimeters, I reckon, at least, just to get that curve, you know. So the fact that he's kept it small, and look, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the curve of the original, so it puts me off a bit, but it does resemble the conversion caps. So. And realistically, the curve's still there. The curve's the the build deck apparently. So not as curvy as the original, but a more flavorful vape in my opinion. And I don't really use I don't tend to use the coils packaged in the in with the RDA, but I gave them a go, and yeah, on the Deja Vu Mecca, and just hitting like a freight train. Absolutely hitting like a freight train. So many things to love here. Not really much to pick on other than I really would have loved to see that curve. There's really not much else. It's a great fucking RDA. I really enjoy this RDA, and I really look forward to more that Mike comes out with in the future, because he does a bang up fucking job, guys. So that's it for me. Just a quick squiz at the Recurve, and you guys can make up your own fucking minds. But myself, I think it's a fucking winner. So I'm gonna take off. Hopefully it won't be too long until the fucking next video, and I'll see you guys again soon. Remember, keep on vaping, keep on preaching.